let's start with, I did alphabetical last time, but I think I'm gonna do this by tier this time. So we're gonna start with F tier. First one in F tier is probably gonna be Shrimpo. Shrimpo is just like, like, come on, it's Shrimpo. Shrimpo has 1-star stats and everything, lowest stealth in the game, can't move, bald. So yeah, they're probably in F tier, most likely. Next in F tier, I'll probably put Poppy, just because, like, her abilities, it's good for beginners, don't get me wrong. I'll put her above Shrimpo for that, but she's just like not that good. Her ability, you need to get hit for it, and she has like basic stats. There's other tunes with basic stats that are better, like Rudy and Boxton, and you have the choice to pick between Poppy and Boxton, so like, there's a better option there. So Poppy's just, she's just bad. And last for F tier is Scraps. I hate Scraps. I think that they need to rework her terribly bad. The only reason you get Scraps is for Goob, and I love Goob. That's the only fathomable reason why you would want Scraps is for Goob. Now we got D tier. They're just kind of bad. Like they aren't terrible, but they're just, you play them, but they're not the best. First one in this tier list, I'm going to put Toodles, because Toodles has decent stats. The 4-star stealth is really helpful, and I don't really see Toodles being like a bad, just like a terrible tune, like they're not Poppy level, Shrimpo level bad. They're just, they're selfish. They have the gambling ability, which is only for them. And sometimes it gives you a terrible stat. Like most of the time you don't even get the right stat you want. So it's just kind of mid, it's just, oh, there's better tunes. The next bad tune I'll be putting there is Razzle and Dazzle. Now I have played Razzle a lot for Mastery. I've played all these tunes a lot for Mastery actually. And the ability, it's unique. It is unique and it's cool and it's different. However, the difference in the floors, like the power boost, isn't significant enough to make them a good tune, because you'd either have to build full extractor, full distractor, or half, and half the time you can't even use either of the builds. So you're kind of just like half a tune every other floor. I don't think it's Razzle is it's a decent mechanic, and when they are on the floors they're on, like they're good at what they do. Like they're good at distracting on odd floors, and then they're good at extracting on even floors, which is like okay, it's okay. But if this is for pro runs, you should avoid Razzle and Dazzle. Next on the bad tier, I'm gonna put Brightney. Brightney has good stats, somewhat good stats. But the thing that brings them down is their stealth and their ability. Because their ability, you can only really use them on Blackout. Like if you're getting Blackout after Blackout, it's broken. Like they're pretty good, But otherwise, it's kind of just like a mid tune. She's just kind of mid. She's just there, Her extraction's good, and her abilities are good when it's a Blackout. But later on in the game, especially if you're doing pro runs, the floors, there's going to be more blackouts, but then there's going to be less because you grab cards and stuff like that. So it's not the best. Like if you grab the electrician card, Brightney's completely nerfed for the rest of the game. So I just think she's D tier, and that's that. I think that's it for D tier. I don't really have any other. Yeah, so let's go to C tier. First for C tier is Roger. Roger is like the most mid character there is. Roger, people who play Roger, they just want the research, which is a good ability for research, but that's literally it. Like there's nothing else going for Roger. Well, I guess they have the good extraction, but that's about it as well. Like their stats are all around pretty okay. It's just mid. If you want to play Roger, I think everyone should get Roger though. That's one thing. Everyone should get Roger, at least like one of like the first 3 tunes, because Roger's just gonna make getting every other tune exponentially easier, Next up, we have Boxton. Boxton's also just mid because their stats are all around, but they have a decent ability if people are alive. So using them in pro runs helps you out, since people will probably stay alive longer. But when people start dying, Boxton becomes more and more useless. So that's why they're kind of just like mid, And they're a beginner tune, so it's okay to be mid, Boxton. But yeah, pick Boxton over Poppy, but Boxton's still kind of mid. Our next mid tune is one of the Christmas tunes. It is Rudy. Rudy has all around stats, which makes them pretty decent. However, their ability, it's less extraction and more defense. It gives you like a mini flutter boost. It's less than flutter, I'm pretty sure, but it gives you like a mini flutter like dash. And it's on a shorter cooldown, but it's still like kind of mid, That's all that's going for Rudy. And you can use trinkets like ghost snakes or like peppermint icing to make Rudy's ability better. In that case, actually, I'm gonna put them high C because the trinkets can make them better. And Rudy is not like a terrible tune. Like I think people who play Rudy are good. Just hands down. And Rudy's pretty cheap, so people who play Boxin and Poppy can get Rudy pretty fast, especially with the codes. Next for C tier is going to be Finn. Finn is going to be at the top of C tier. Well, no. Actually, yeah, up top of C tier. They have good skill check, which is a very good stat now that I'm like getting better at the game. Knowing more, skill check is a really good stat because it lets you use trinkets like participation award and magnifying glass, which are just like the holy grail for extractors, and that's what Finn wants to do the most. And the ability is really good for escaping places, so when you're playing Finn, you have a good setup. It's not good, it's not bad, it's just okay, you know? Sorry Ice if you're watching this video. You'll have to keep waiting for Finn though. We're finally onto the B tiers. First in B tier, I'm going to put Tegan, Tax Lady, if you will. Tegan is kind of selfish. They need 100 tapes to get a heal for themselves, which is fine. It's good for solo runs and good for like when you just need to like, you know, stay alive longer. Their stats are also pretty decent as well. They're not the best, and they're not the worst. They're good, you know? You spend a lot of money on Tegan. You're probably playing Tegan because she's elegant and a diva, so divas get B tier. That's really all I have to say about Tegan. Next for B tier, we have Cosmo. And here's, okay, listen guys, Cosmo got dethroned. I'm pretty sure Cosmo was A tier last time. I don't know. I'll put it up in the stream if I was wrong. Cosmo was one of the better supports until Ginger got released. Ginger's Cosmo's cousin. And Cosmo's still pretty good, don't get me wrong. They're cooldown short, they heal, you know, that's something a lot of Toons can't do. And they are really good when paired with like Sprout or like Pepple, you know? You have to take a heart to heal someone, which means you need to give all meds to Cosmo, which in pro runs is not the best because you want to be giving them to your Pebble or your Louie or your Distractor, you know? Or your Goob, whatever. But Cosmo would have been A tier, but Ginger replaced them in that category, so they're good, you know? They're good, they're not bad, they're not okay, they're just good. Next for B tier, we're gonna put in Cole. Cole is another new Christmas toon. They have pretty decent distracting stats. The only thing that's making them mid really is their stealth is 3, meaning it's like average on the base with other toons. So like distracting is going to be a little bit harder because if someone comes near and they have less stealth, all the twisteds are just going to go attack them and not Cole. I think they should change Cole's stealth, to be honest, because listen, we love a plus size queen. Like how Cole is a big boom boom. I don't know. Quell, fix it. But Cole's the diva. We love Cole, and she is very pretty, and she's one of the better Christmas toons, I will say that. Next for B tier, we have Flutter. Similar reasons to Cole, not the stealth well, actually it is the stealth reason, but not for the big reason. Flutter just has too high of a stealth to be a great distractor, you know? If Flutter had one less stealth, they would definitely be like A, maybe low S, you know? Because their ability is really good for gathering the twisteds, and they're just a good toon overall, you know? Like I don't see any Flutters like that are terrible, you know? If you want to see like good Flutter gameplay, there's this one YouTuber, Enigma73. I think they play Flutter a lot. I don't know. When they joined my stream one time, they played Flutter and they were goated. They got us to like floor 30 and they knew how to play Flutter, you know? So if you're looking for a Flutter guide, go to them. We are finally onto the A tier. And for this first A tier, I'm going to give it to this one character because I got a lot of comments about her last time. We're gonna put GG in A tier. I have now learned that skill check is a valuable stat. They have extremely similar stats to Shelly, if not the same. I think it's the same actually, but I don't remember. My brain is slow. But GG is good. GG has great stats. Their ability is a lot better than I accounted for. You know, the heals are really good. They can self-sustain, they can self-extract, they can get eject buttons, they can get really rare items, you know? It just sucks when you get the bad ones, but that's just, you know, gambling.
Let's go gambling! Let's go gambling! Gambling, is that all you ever say?
They're a good toon, either way. And their design is great. We love Gigi. She's really pretty. And yeah, I don't really have a lot to say about Gigi other than that she's good. And please don't give me any more hate comments. I promise Gigi is good now. Gigi is good. Next toon is Connie. Connie is pretty good. She has high stealth, high extraction. The only thing she struggles with is speed, but you can counter that with trinkets like Pink Bow, Vanity Mirror, Dog Plus, Speedy Shoes, Ribbon Spool, Clown Horn. You know, you get the gist. There's a lot of trinkets that can fix Connie. And she's pretty good for her like ability as well, because she has a built-in smoke bomb, which I think a lot of people take for granted. It only doesn't really work on Dandy, I think. Or maybe it might work on Dandy. I don't know. I haven't tested that yet. There's like no downside to playing Connie other than that she's slow. But there's other slow toons like Razzle and Dazzle or like V. And V is better. Razzle's bad, but V is good. Okay, I don't know why I'm jumping all over the place. Okay. Next on the A tier is Ginger. I kind of went over this on Cosmo's part, but Ginger is just like literally just better Cosmo. The only thing Ginger has over Cosmo is Ginger has a longer cooldown, but Ginger's range is almost map wide. Their heal is good. Their stats are better for just everything. They are a little slower, but that's like the only main downfall. At least they can extract without using thinking cap. So Ginger's just a better Cosmo, better healer, good on every team. And also Ginger has hair and Cosmo doesn't. Hashtag Barry Baldilla, if you know, you know.
Actually, no, you should keep it because you're slower, so then we'll be about the same speed.
Yeah, so I can keep up with you and your bald head. But yeah, next up in the A tier we have Glisten. Joyride. Yeah, Glisten's just pretty good. They have great extraction. Their ability is super good because you'll never die to elevator. Like panic mode, you're safe. You have a get out of jail free card if you have other people alive, and they're just a good tune, you know. And they have one of the best trinkets in the game that you can unlock. So I don't know. I think they're just a good tune overall. I don't see any problems with Glisten. Next up for A tier, we have actually the last Christmas tune. It's Bobette. I'm gonna put them high A though. Bobette has pretty decent stats. They've been nerfed and buffed here and there. I'll talk about the nerf and buff actually. So Bobette used to have 5 skill check, 2 speed, and 5 stamina. Now they have 4 skill check, 3 speed, and 5 stamina. I will go ahead and put this as the blue official rating of that change. I think it was a nerf. I think Bobette was fine with the 2-star speed. There are other tunes with 2-star speed that can handle themselves just as well, and the skill check would have been a lot better on Bobette, just because Bobette really has not a lot going for her. Her ability is completely broken though, like almost like compared to every other tune on this tier list, probably one of the best abilities there is, especially for solo runs, because you just have a get out of jail free card. That's the one thing. Like if you can do anything to not take a hit, that's the goal of the game, to go as far as you can and not take hits. Bobette does that exceptionally well. She has great stamina, so she can run away from any twisted almost, except like the fast ones. Good skill check so they can extract, and also they have a present ability where they could just hide, you know, and get in their present. Last one for A tier is going to be Tisha. Tisha is a good support, good distractor, good extractor. You know, she's just one of the better all-rounders. Her speed up is really good at the elevator start and also good for distracting Bobettes and Pibbles because they're fast as heck. And if you have like a Goob who's like 4-star speed, you can like give them a little speed boost here and there so they can save some stamina. That's one of their defining traits. And that's really all I gotta say about Tisha. She's just, you know, a great support. Let me just rearrange some of these guys really fast. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that seems pretty right. That seems right. Okay, first of S tier, my beloved Goob. Goob is so cute and so fluffy, but that's not why he's S tier. Goob is S tier because of his distracting capabilities. He has 4-star speed, 4-star stamina, which is good, but the best thing is the 2-star stealth. Most tunes have 3-star and above stealth, so you'll be getting most twisted no matter what, meaning you can probably roam throughout the map to distract, which makes distracting a lot easier. Their ability is also really great because they have a little grab pull mechanic that lets them save people who are stuck outside the elevator. So you can run in the elevator, grab them, save their life, and then go to the next floor and distract again because you're that great. Next up for S tier, let's go through all the distractors honestly. We have Louis. Louis was in B tier last time, or A tier I think, but Louis is really great. Louis is the fastest tune in the game, like by far. If you have Louis on one heart, they'll be faster than Pebble and Louis, or Goob. I don't know, my brain's lagging. They're fast, okay, they're really fast. It's because of their mechanic. They don't gain stars, they gain percentage speed, which is a lot better than gaining star stats. And distracting on one heart isn't completely terrible, you know? There's downsides, obviously you're gonna get hit and die if you mess up, but at the same time you're so fast that you're really unlikely to mess up. Like for the flutter tip I gave with Enigma 73, there's another YouTuber called WLSG. They're one of the best Louis I've seen, like ever. If there's a better Louis, no there isn't. But both of them will be linked in the description, by the way. They'll probably be the first link. So if you want to see good Louis or flutter content, or just distracting content in general, go watch them because they're really great. Next up for S tier, we have Pebble. Come on, it's Pebble, they're a main. Actually, the rest of them are just mains. Mains are just, I'm just gonna put them all up here for now because you guys already know they're really good. I'm glad Shelly went up there. I'll explain Shelly later. But yeah, the Pebble's great distraction. The bark lets you literally gather all the twisteds by barking at them because they run to where Pebble barks. If you didn't know, that's great. I'm gonna speedrun through these mains because they're just good. Astro has high stealth, good extraction, good skill check, and their ability helps with distractors because they run out of stamina and Astro just opens his little cloak thing and they get full stamina again. It's perfect for extractors and distractors. Sprout. Sprout has 4-star speed, 5-star stamina, and they can heal through tapes. They can heal others through tapes. That's really important. It's not a Tegan, it's a Sprout. Heals are just broken, you know? You need healer. You need one healer during your run at least, so that if people mess up, which is inevitable because it's Dandy's world and it's full of children and people that are also dumb. So Sprout is like a staple in pro runs basically, just because of that. They can also distract on the side with Dog Flesh since they have 4-star speed. Yeah, that's Sprout. Next we have V. V is a great extractor, 5-star extraction, 4-star skill check. They literally eat machines for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Their ability shows all the twisteds at the start of whenever you press it for like a couple seconds. That's really great for distractors because they can just round up the twisteds without, you know, missing one or two, and like it just helps, especially on blackouts. Next, we have finally we have Shelly. Shelly is the best best Toon in the game by far. They have great skill check. They have decent speed. Their abilities, they combo together really well because you can boost other people's extractions so they can pop machines, and then when the machines get popped, you can run around to pop more machines, and you kind of just like run through a bunch of floors. Also, Shelly's ability stacks, so multiple Shellys makes it extremely broken. There's no downsides to Shelly. Shelly is just great. And also in pro runs, it's just like Shelly is just like meta. Like if you see a pro run without a Shelly, they're doing something wrong. And that's the Toon tier list video. Let me know if you guys want to see a trinket tier list video. It'll probably be a lot shorter than this one since there's a lot less like important trinkets to go over. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of this tier list, and if I got anything wrong, I guess you can yell at me in the comments, but just be nicer this time, okay? I'm sorry. And yeah, thank you for watching the video. Sorry if it's not too heavily edited. The next video is going to be a lot more edited, I promise. And also the 7K announcement's in the next video as well. It's not in this one. It's weird. I'm sorry. Okay.